All
But
right. So let's jump into this book here. We're wrapping up chapter 14. Um, and I'm going to start this off with the word bragging. And and what I mean by that is, he says that you have to talk a little bit about yourself. This is always a touchy issue with some people because they feel like if they tell somebody what they did, that somehow that's bragging. And really, I think what is going on is that's really a false statement. If you tell somebody who's not doing well in life what you've done, and they start that competition thing, and it's somehow bigger than them, then you're bragging. Now, we know what bragging looks like. Bragging is the guy like, hey, or girl, look at me. I do this and I'm freaking awesome. That's bragging. But if you don't talk about yourself, the person on the other side of that screen is going to be looking at you like, who is this? Is this just one of those fly-by-night type guys or a person that just got their real estate license? Like, how do you know? And it's really wise because you're talking to cold traffic. Cold traffic don't know your name. After so many people have watched my videos and stuff on YouTube, they feel like we're friends and family. They know me. So some of them hit me up on Facebook or whatever kind of thing and say, how did you start your thing when you went to Thailand or whatever? Because they know the story. So now they're warm traffic or whatever. Before I go into that, what do you guys feel about that? The talking about yourself part in your brand.
That's something I've always kind of had a little trouble with just because of the way I was raised.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
You don't brag, you don't talk about yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So that's something that's been difficult to kind of turn around.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys think, Sean and Veronica?
I can relate to Chuck because I come from a very, it was not a good thing to talk anything about yourself, especially anything good. And but this is the past. Yeah, the people need to talk about you, not you talking about yourself. But guys, it doesn't work for the business. It absolutely does not work if you want to be noticed in your niche. And right now, I just have this thing where some of my friends like consider, because I do my fur pictures and and the videos, and I have a little bit of this thing going on. I think it's just a little bit of it's like it's kind of out of the box, and I put myself on the spot. And some people, I think, in some ways are thinking that I'm kind of narcissistic, but I'm just doing my business.
I've heard that word before. Yeah. See, and that's the thing. Yeah, I've heard that term before. But because here's the thing, I listened to the way that we talked about this book,
Mm-hmm.
and like we form an opinion on a person whether we want to or not. Like we have an opinion of what we think about Grant Cardone. We have an opinion of what we think about Gary Vee. But if somebody who just found Gary Vee, they could easily say, who's this guy who thinks he's like he's from New York, whatever, and thinks he's so awesome. I bet he doesn't have $3 in his bank account.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's not true. He's done hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of speeches. So what I'm trying to say is that you have to tell people in this space what you do so they can figure out who you are.
Right, but you know what I loved about this book? I think it was the book or was somebody talking yesterday that when you work on yourself, you don't have time to call somebody narcissistic. Oh, it was Dan Henry. He said, like, you don't have time to say, hey, you suck. Like, your video sucks. Like, why you do this? Like, because you use all of your time to improve yourself.
Yeah. This is why I think it's good to have content out so people can kind of get to know you. But he talks about this too. The reason why we're doing this video, and I'm kind of running into this problem myself, but not with the $50,000 to $60,000 dollars that people paying. He said that he usually would charge $50,000 to $60,000, no, $50,000 to $100,000 for people to fly out to San Francisco and have a consult with him.
Wow.
So he's saying that you're going to get the benefit. You're going to get this for free, and it's only going to take a few minutes. So you don't have to spend time away from your family or get a plane ticket and do the traveling and spend all that money. I'm going to give you what I would give those clients in San Francisco for free. Now, he's going to talk about that a little bit more, but what do you guys think about that part?
Nothing's for free.
That's true. I've said that before.
I'm from New York, so, we always think nothing's for free. There's always a catch.
What's the catch?
Like, nobody paid $50,000 to go out there.
Yes, they
See,
did.
Chuck, you're the perfect guy, because here's the thing. It's actually happened, because he also says in there that make sure that you're not fibbing. I'm not telling you to create a lie. I'm just telling you, make sure whatever you do is truthful. It's like, here's my problem. So you guys know I went to Dallas. Literally, when I was in Dallas, my inbox was jumping. Actually, Augustic was one of those people because he lives in Dallas.
Oh, yeah.
And he was like, hey, where are you? I get off work at 9:30 p.m. I'll come to where you are. And I couldn't do it because I'm like, dude, before you even asked, there was like 3 other people that asked, because they think that they saw you on YouTube and they saw you in these places that they can just bombard you, but they don't understand that I only have a limited amount of time. I'm here with my family. I'm doing that. Not to say I don't like you, but you're kind of intruding on that time. Mm-hmm. So in order for me to have more time and not become exhausted and here's another person, and they all want free things, I have to literally do a video and say, here's my VIP line, here's my block, and I'm going to give you, I can serve you better by just giving you a video.
Yeah.
And not having you come on the phone and talk for 20 minutes about this, or that. So from that standpoint, can you see how this is beneficial? You can't serve everybody.
No.
Yeah, that's a really good way of looking at it, Abdul.
Yeah. So let me read my second point here.
It is impossible. I'm running into something similar. It is impossible, and you got to have a system where maybe some clients you can, maybe there's some VIP clients that pay you a lot of money for your advice. Maybe you can have a session with a bunch of people, but it's, we kind of learning these things. Like, I'm very new at this, but I can definitely relate that as much as you want to be personable, sometimes you're better when you do something for the whole group of people, because otherwise you will have one person, but you're not going to help other 15 emails you have.
Yeah. But here's the thing I've learned, and maybe you guys know this too. The people that spend the most money with you will take up less of your time.
Totally agree.
Yep.
Yeah.
And less aggravation. And people kind of disagree with me on that. It's like
Poor people do.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like the client that is has less money. I don't want to categorize them all because that's not really right.
But it's true what you're about to say. But keep going.
But but it's like the client that is all worried about, oh my God, what's this extra money for, and why is it costing me, $250 for an inspection, and why is, why do I have to pay for a survey, and, what if I don't close in my house? Are they still going to charge me for, this? And, we just experienced this.
Some way to do it cheaper.
Is there some way to get it, for less money? And do I have to bring a check that day? And yes, you do. And this is the process. And you have to educate them. And, it's basically first-time home buyers, that you have to do that with. And and not all first-time home buyers are that way. Not all, because it just depends on where they work, too. You could have someone who's working in a financial field who understands it better.
Can I ask you a question, Pat? What are they communicating to you by asking all those questions?
That they don't have 2 nickels to rub together.
Exactly.
And that you want me to pay for it?
All the other stuff is bullshit. All they're saying is, I don't have 2 pennies in my pocket.
No, and and you really have to you have to really make sure that you don't get stuck paying things. And
Yeah, it's like when you don't have any money, everything's a crisis.
Everything is.
crisis. That's a good thing. That's a good point.
Yeah.
And, like, you could do $1 million deal, and not to say that they don't watch their money, because they do, but
Absolutely.
it's a different way. They're not nickel and diming you and saying, well, I want you to pay for this, or
the deal goes bad, it doesn't mean death.
Yeah.
yeah, that's it. You still, you still have the fiscal responsibility, or, you still have the accounting to do, but it's a whole different thing. It doesn't mean that they're not going to put food on their table, or not feed their children, or feed their dogs, or, whatever. It's a whole different mindset. And it's a lot, to me, a lot less stressful.
Yeah, you don't have to explain to them that nobody else is going to pay for their inspection.
Right.
Yeah.
Because they know. And not only that, they may even want to do another inspection, and they know they have to pay for it.
Yeah.
Like, a roof inspection, and they know it could be $300 or $150, or a sewer inspection, and they know they have to pay for that. So, they have a different way of looking at things.
Yeah.
And it's not to say, oh, people with money are better or different, or, in that respect, but
Well, they are different.
they are different.
They're different.
It just is a different mindset, and
There is always that cheapskate somewhere.
it's not even being a cheapskate, Veronica. It's not.
This is different. It's different between being a cheapskate and you just don't have the money to pay for it, and you're like, my bank account is getting smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller, and all these things are happening. And what's next? A survey and an appraisal, and oh my gosh, this stuff is crazy, and blah blah blah, and you're freaking out.
Oh, I have to do an appraisal, but what if I don't close? So, I'm paying $400 for an appraisal on a property I may not close on. Well, that's a chance that you have to take, and I can't guarantee that you may close on it, because that's not up to me.
No.
You idolize people simply because they have money?
Excuse me?
This is a question to the group. Do you idolize people simply because they have money?
No.
No. Mm-mm.
I'm done.
But I'm going to speak briefly on this because it could turn into a long conversation. I did a post yesterday, and I received a lot of messages in my inbox. I said mediocre people are a disease to the world.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah, and a lot of people said, that's a Hitler statement. That's this. And I said, no, let me explain. What I'm trying to say is, and I gave a story about a guy in the military who was let's just be honest, he was a fat guy, and his last name was Massengale. And I was like, his last name was Massengale, and you know what Massengale
I know. What is that? What is that?
is? Are you serious, Veronica?
It's a feminine hygiene product.
It's
Yeah.
Oh my.
it's a douche, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what it is. It's a douche.
Okay.
His last name was that, and the country of origin is England. But anyways,
Man, I feel sorry for that dude.
I would change my name.
and the drill sergeant is looking for names because you wear your name on your name tag. So you have any funny name, they're gonna bring it out. But anyways,
God.
we were rolling in the freaking sawdust, and he was just like, in the military they have that thing, you're as strong as your weakest man. So whoever's slacking, you better get your shit together, because we're gonna have to go back and you're gonna hold everybody up. So he's not doing the exercise and I doing exercise, and then all of a sudden this thing clicked in his freaking mind, and he started rolling faster than anybody there.
Wow.
Back and forth, back and forth, back. You couldn't break him at that point. And what had happened was, and I learned this in the military, your mind has levels. Mediocre people only go to a certain spot. Once you have to break through that spot in order to kick on another level. So a lot of times they're just showing up as their weaker selves. So unless you're in a third world country like Africa or, this kind of thing, most of the time you're just not giving your all, and that's all it is. And you're not giving your all, and you're blaming everybody else or jealous of everybody else who are giving their all, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't, that mediocrity thing is bullshit to me.
So how did he ever make out, that guy? Did he excel?
Oh God, he I haven't followed him after that, but I think in basically he lost like 40 pounds or something like that.
You would have to, yeah. I'm
Yeah.
surprised they even had him go in because of his weight.
I actually applaud him for trying it because you know you're going to run. You know you're going to get beat up.
Mm-hmm.
But he did it anyway. And I'm talking about he was like 300 pounds plus.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Wow, I'm surprised they let him in because usually because of weight, they don't let you in. Like if you chew
Oh.
weight or two other.
Now, once you get in, when you first show up, you can show up who you are. But once you're in it, you have to maintain a certain weight. So that's when they would kick you out. Like if you've been in for 2 years and you know, your belly is over your freaking pants, they're like, wait a minute. They tape you and measure you. Either you get that together, you got a certain amount of time, or we're going to get rid of you.
Were you Army or were you Corps?
Army. Yeah. But, okay. So he actually talked about this in a physical way, about a guy who goes into a purse store and he's looking at these bags and he don't know which bag he wants. So all of a sudden he starts showing him different options. Here's a diaper bag. Here's a medium-sized bag. Here's a large bag. Which one out of those? What he's trying to do is help the guy out with the decision-making process. And do you like this one? You like that one? And then by doing that, you're helping him find the one that he would like. You're helping him out with the decision. And from selling to many, many people, I've learned that people really don't know what they want. If you ask the question, what are you looking for? You might as well be talking to a wall. I really don't know. You know? So that's what we're kind of doing here with this survey. And it was funny. I was talking to Sean the other day. We were looking at my funnel. He says this video should be anywhere from 90 seconds to 3 minutes. No more than 3 minutes. And this video is getting people to take that survey. You're telling them that after you watch this video, scroll down. I'm going to ask you about 5 questions because you're not going to have to pay that $50,000 to $60,000, which Chuck said, oh, bullshit.
And just on that one, I'll just be real with you. I think you can go up to 15 minutes. You can go up to 30 minutes. and you can go up to 3 hours. But that to do a webinar is a skill set in itself, an extended webinar. And that's why I told you that I think you'd be better off with it, like a 90-second elevator pitch type video.
Yeah.
I personally couldn't do a 3-hour webinar.
Oh, my gosh.
But there are people that do that and actually sell off that more profitable than they would a short video.
I agree. But I guess what he's saying is, and it's kind of going what you were saying, Sean, is that people's attention span isn't that long. So he put a cap on it. He said, look, make this video no more than 3 minutes because all you're trying to do is to get them to go down and answer 5 questions, which is the micro survey deal. But then here's where the magic happens. After you answer that survey, and I want to ask you guys this, miraculously, a video will be on the end talking directly to you. How do you think that happens?
Magic.
But what's the magic trick?
You've already segmented them, and you've got different videos for each segment.
But the other person is thinking is like, oh my gosh, this guy must have had psychic training or something, whatever. Like, how does he know what I'm thinking? Now that we've gotten to that point, does anyone see how this actually is beneficial?
Yep.
But I noticed something too. He doesn't say just here's a free report. You know, he asked us questions that you see is 90 to 3 minute video, 90 second and 3 minute video. And then he says, hey, you know, you're actually winning here because you don't have to get in a plane ticket and go out here and see me. But I want you to give me your email address, answer these 5 questions, and boop, here comes the video. Now that I know that part, and I've known it too, but I forgot about this information, I think that's very, very wise. Now, when you put that against the free report, What do you think is more effective?
This one probably.
Yeah.
Because he makes it like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna give you so much value. Of course, now we know that, you know, it's not always true, but it still kind of gives you, you know, okay, here is something that you can get for, you know, that it's very valuable, and I'm giving it away.
Mm-hmm. So now that we have about 30 minutes, and this is, I look at it as kind of like the rough draft. I wanted to take these 30 minutes to kind of throwing out some ideas of how we could craft our videos to have this effect. Maybe like the main points or things like that that we could actually mention. And then we all could sit here and critique and see whether we have the right, you know, right idea or right approach toward that video. Would you guys like to try something like that?
Sure, Abdul. We'll try anything.
All right. So,
We'll start with Veronica.
What do you say?
it's always good to start with her.
Yeah.
So,
Get things off to a good start.
I'm sorry, guys. I missed it. I was changing the devices. What you were talking about?
no,
Just nothing.
no, we're going to kind of craft this 90 to 3-minute video, maybe the main points of what you can include in here, and apply this technique with this new information of you're going to benefit because I have so many clients, so many people trying to contact me or whatever, but I want to help you.
Mm-hmm.
But you're trying to get them to take this micro bucket survey. That's all you're trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to kind of, let's practice a little bit. So we're going to use you as an example first. Everybody's going to do it, but we're just going to use you.
Yeah, everybody.
Yeah.
So how would you start this? And there is no wrong answer, by the way.
Okay, so I think it's not so hard actually, because I can just say that, you know, and it's actually true that my time, like I would kind of show the value that that I would like to give, but I can't because I'm time limited, you know, because so I actually did that yesterday in my life. I had a live call yesterday. I mean, just like a Facebook live thing yesterday. It was long, but I was catching up with everybody. So yeah, I would just say that, you know, I can also say I don't charge 50,000, but I can say you can save a lot of money by, you know, and time, you know, and get a lot of value if you do this.
So put that together and let me see how that sounds. Because you're right. You're not charging 50 or 60,000, but you do have a problem. You've reached a problem now.
Right, and I've been raising my prices for everything consistently, you know. So for some people that I have cheap. Oh my gosh, guys, I want to tell you something about cheapskates. You know, I mean, cheapskate mentality. Okay, you know, so there is a difference between people that have money and they're kind of trying to be kind of, well, we're not gonna point any fingers, and people who do not have much money and say everything. How much is this? That used to be me. How much is that? Because I don't know if I can pay for it or not. So, and I just want to say I had a guy that called my assistant at like 12 a.m. at night and then 7 a.m. in the morning instead of paying time with me. So I told him, do not pick up the phone. So, you know, therefore, I guess I could almost copy the formula of these guys. Like usually, I give this information to people who order my private consultations or members of my VIP club or like blah, blah, blah. But right now, I want to share this with you. Maybe it will be helpful. I can't, I don't know what else to say.
So let me do this. So it's your video. This is your video right now. Your own video.
Oh, no, I'm not ready.
No, your website is up, and then I come to your website, www.
VeronicaOlsen.com.
There you go.
It's there.
What's the first thing you're gonna lead with your video?
First thing I'm gonna say.
The first thing you're gonna say when action.
Hello.
Keep going.
Hello, this is Veronica Olsen. It's great to see you here. And today is a special day. I'm giving away but you see, you see what I see a problem with? I feel like everybody's doing this right now. Like, no, I'm just saying, like, I mean, not everybody, but all the marketers like, you know, this Sandy Krakovsky, she has 48 sale now for like 5 months. Because when I was leaving to Ukraine, when I was leaving to Ukraine, she had 48-hour sale for half price. Same crap. I feel like all the marketers do it. So I probably will make it a little bit more casual. I will say, hey guys, I appreciate your interest, and I am giving my insight. Unfortunately, I cannot talk with each and every one of you and
Why?
follow up, but you have a chance today to fill the survey, and this way I can be the most help once I know what struggles you go through. I can build up it's kind of like I can build up an answer, like I can build up an information that will answer your question. Like I can make a video that will answer all of your questions or something like that.
Why can't you talk to all of us?
Why can't I talk to all of you?
Why can't you talk to all of us?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, yeah. That should be said too. That that it's impossible, and that
See, I would, and correct me if I'm wrong, I would say, I'm cold traffic, I'm seeing you for the first time. The reason why you can't talk to all of us is because you've been in a social media space for a certain amount of time. You've helped so many people, and now you've reached a point where you get so many requests per day. And you literally, in order to help them with their problem, you literally have to move into the space where you're online. You just had people come visit you with the that Sunday mastermind, and then you ran into a crazy person.
Yeah.
You don't have to say the number that you've had, but the only way now you can help people solve their problem is online. So
yeah, I just I don't know how to word it beautifully now, but I get the message that you can actually I did it just yesterday in a live call. I said, guys, I'm sorry, I can't answer all of your questions, and I offered them some solutions for that. So
yeah. So what do you guys think about that approach? What advice could you give based on what you know now?
Yeah, I think it's great. Obviously she needs to kind of refine the message and get it all smoothed out.
Which she would.
But
Yeah, she will.
What she would when she did it for real.
Yeah, she's good on her videos. So.
Yeah.
Do you think that you should lead with that part first of telling them your problem? Like, it's easier for me to help you online now because I've reached a point or whatever where I can no longer do this.
I can help so
many more people.
So many more. So many more of you by doing this.
Yes.
Because it has to be not reflecting on me and how busy I am, but it has to be reflecting on them. You have to.
Yes.
That's they correct. Don't care about what's going on with me.
That is a good point. You're 100% correct. What do you guys think about that?
That's good.
Yeah. All right. So, Chuck and Pat, you guys want to
I'll go.
stab at it? Yeah.
I'll go. Hey, Chuck Vosberg here. Over the years, I've helped thousands of people, but as time goes by, I've found that I've only got so many hours in a day, and it started to turn into a problem. Even though people are willing to pay plenty of money to come and talk to me, there's other things that I want to do. So what I did is I put everything that you need to know on a series of short videos so that everybody can get the information, and you don't have to wait for me to have time to talk to you, because I've got a lot of stuff going on. I've got some really big goals that I want to meet. So this is the best way to help more people. So anybody can get the information, and it's all there. It's laid out. It's organized. It's easy to understand. And that's really the best way that you can get what you need from me.
Wow.
Wow. The only thing I would have said is problem, I would have said challenge.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. But it's
Excellent.
Well, I was just making it up as I went.
I know, it sounded awesome.
You're like an amateur comedian going.
It's challenging.
I mean, complicated. First, I have to pay you plenty of money, and then I have to watch your videos?
That's right.
You can pay me lots of money, or you can watch my video.
Ruslan, when are you going to start your videos and people pay you lots of money?
I know.
Yes.
You're too wise not to do
I
that.
want to do. I don't have any more real.
Like, yeah, those people can get their own information.
I think I'm gonna do Mope-A-Dope.
What is that?
What's that?
It's just this game where animals. You have to get like really good animals. So you can like troll people and stuff.
We have no clue.
Yo,
No, we love your motivational messages.
Yeah, but I can't think of any more.
Oh, you will.
oh, you will.
My brain only has so much space.
Your brain has a lot of space.
Yeah, the good news is yours is growing.
Yeah, yours is growing.
Ours is shrinking.
No, it's not.
Look how big my head is.
But Chuck, I think that that was good. I like the fact that you let off with you've helped thousands of people.
Yeah.
Let's focus. I love you.
But I have to say, you're like an amateur comedian going up after Seinfeld. Kind of thing, because I'm thinking like, okay, what do I do now? Like, you did it like flawlessly.
Yeah,
I
Chuck,
think that
you
was good.
beat us.
Yeah.
Yay, I win.
Hey.
But is your video that you guys have up now, is it like that now? What you just said? Is it?
No, because I don't have the series of videos yet.
Mm,
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't have the survey yet, but I can see how useful it can be.
Oh, I didn't talk about the survey. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, it's like, all right, so here's what I'd like you to do, because I've got a ton of stuff for a lot of different kinds of people.
Convince me, Chuck.
Just take this quick survey. It only takes a few moments, and that way I'll only send you stuff that you want to see.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And not bombard you.
Well, and then he also
I'll
says
waste
too,
time
and
with
that,
stuff that doesn't apply to you.
he also says too, and I didn't add this part, that when they take the survey, on the other side of that survey, I'm going to give a video that's catered directly to you to help you start the solution or find a solution to your problem specifically. That what people used to pay me $50,000 to $60,000 for in San Francisco, that kind of thing. Like your only job is to get them to take that survey. Like you're supposed to be that kind of persuasive to get them to do that. But no, that was good, Chuck. That was a good thing. So here's what I'm thinking.
No, it was excellent. It was like, you're ready to be recorded.
I agree. I agree.
You're very
So-
kind. Thank you.
I'm going to take a stab at it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hello, guys. My name is Abdul S. Muhammad. I'm the author of the book, How to Find Your Passion Now. And I've ran into a problem. In order to better serve you guys, I'm going to have to serve you online because I've literally have reached the point where thousands of people have reached out, have known me for 10 years in this space, and people are reaching out to me, and I can no longer serve them at the highest level because I'm just one person. So in order for me to better serve my community, I'm going to have to do this online. Now, you may have a problem. You may be afraid to leave your job. There may be a business that you want to start. There may be somewhere that you want to travel. There's something you want to do out of the box. And I know what you're feeling, but I want to help you get there. All I want you to do is to start here. Right below this video, there's like 5 questions, important questions that I think you should answer. After you answer those questions, I'm going to give a personalized video directly to you
Mm-hmm.
and blah, blah, blah.
That's perfect.
I like it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
perfect.
I like it, Abdul.
Because it's you giving it in your own words, your
Yeah.
own personality.
It sounded very personalized.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
you were talking to me anyway.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
About copy. I've read that when you write copy, you want to talk like you're talking to one person.
Mm-hmm. And
Not
that's
a
what
group
it
of
sounded
people.
like. Yeah.
Yeah, like a conversation in a room. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
What
know,
do you think, Sean?
Somebody's out.
Oh, hey, man.
Oh, look at
That's
that.
so baby.
Oh,
Shawnee Pun Pun.
Sorry.
What is it? Is he Sean Jr.?
Kinda.
Mm.
Got a different middle name than me. I wouldn't do that to him.
oh my gosh, you're so
Aw,
cute.
what's your middle name?
I'm not telling you that.
He's like, I'm,
You told
you're
us,
not
no,
gonna
no. You told us once before.
It's something close to Massengale, I'll tell you that.
No.
Yeah, you told us once
That
before.
is something close.
You were
I've
named
never
after your
heard that
grandfather.
word. I was chilling
Named after your
yesterday.
grandfather.
Good morning.
Hi, baby. How are you doing this morning?
Good morning.
Oh, he's so cute.
Your
How
son
old is
may-
he?
Yeah, 10 months, almost 11 months.
Oh my God, look at the size of him.
Yeah, him a horse.
Look at his cheeks.
Already, we're actually going to go up to size 6.
Mm.
Daggers.
Wow.
He's gonna be a big boy too.
Him
He's
a
gonna
big,
be taller than me when he's 5.
See,
Aw.
maybe Sean, you should do your video with your son. I
Yeah.
know Henry Kaminsky. He's in ClickFunnels. He's been taking pictures. He's a brand guy,
Mhm.
taking pictures of his son like daily, and he knows it's going to get post. So I
Mhm.
think that helps build his brand. Like, oh, he's a father. He has this beautiful son there, or whatever, you know.
It does. And also it shows you that you can do business, you can run business with it, and having a child or many children, or being single, having children, or being married, having 5 children, you can still run business. I think
Mm-hmm.
it helps people know, like, and trust you.
Yeah.
Especially with being into the automobile industry, because people don't associate anyone in the automobile industry with having children, in my opinion.
well, I'm getting out of the auto industry.
Mm.
That's true.
I am. I mean, that's that account that we landed. That was my first major step. Hopefully I can,
Oh wow.
well, obviously by the time I'll be coming down there, I'll be out of the industry. So
Right.
Cool.
That's great.
So what did you think, Sean? Or were you even here? Did you have to?
I was there for part of it.
Okay. Do you want to take a stab at it? I know your philosophy sometimes that you want to be more behind the scenes, but do you see some wisdom in this part right here, this video, the opening
I
video?
think it's incredible. You got to make yourself scarce. And then it also, I mean,
I like that.
it's,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
wire diamonds expensive.
Probably because it's so hard to freaking get.
That's scary. That's kind of the wrong thing, because diamonds actually have a value that's dictated by the market. I mean, but why is platinum in your rating expensive?
Because they're
Wow.
valuable.
It's
Yes,
rare. It's hard to get. It's hard to find.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So the more that you actually put yourself on the market availability, you cheapen yourself.
Yep. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Funny thing, as a matter of fact, in the auto industry, with the position that I have, I get cold called and cold pitched constantly by companies.
Really.
And one of the things that I set up, what's your matter? One of the things that I set up was actually when people want to demo me,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, this is so annoying. How can I cut this down? And honestly, how can I monetize it? So I figured out a way, basically, when someone wants me to set up a demo for the product, to look at their product,
Yeah.
go to a PayPal screen where they have to PayPal me $50.
Of course.
After it goes through that, it sends it to a calendar where they can actually book time. And obviously people get all up in arms. Oh, I'm such and such. I can't believe you want me to pay. But, I'll actually look at a product if you believe enough in it that you'll pay $50 for my time.
Of course.
So it cut down the request by like 50%, at least half, maybe even more.
Mm-hmm.
It also makes me, a couple $100 a month.
Yeah. And you're not wasting your time with tire kickers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And those people are more likely to actually be serious clients because they don't mind spending time paying for
Right.
it. They're serious. Yeah, I do that too, and I love it.
I like what you said, though, Sean, about scarcity. And that's something that we didn't talk about.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I'm literally getting messaged by a guy right now, okay, because he's like, I'm the CEO of a company and this, and that. I'm like, well, bro, you're either like 2 people company, or you're not very profitable, because if you was the CEO of a company, you wouldn't be having time to sit here and try to pitch me on services.
Exactly.
So-
Exactly. Yeah. And that's another thing too. When after you get people to take that action, say, look, I could see, and tell me how this sounds. Let's say you had the membership group, and let's say you were going $9.99.
Mm-hmm.
So you say something like, if you don't take action now, right now it's $9.99. But later on, this price is going to go up. It's going to go up. I don't know what the price is going to be. Just say you don't throw a thing out there. Do you think there's wisdom in saying that? Because what you're trying to do is get people to take action now, not later, because if they don't take it now, they probably will forget about you and never come back, maybe.
Right.
So I think there's a lot of wisdom in that. Of saying, this is why you have to do it now. He's going to be a marketer. He's learning. He's sit here, listen to everything.
He's going to be a programmer.
Oh, programmer. There you go.
I have his whole education lined out.
All planned out, huh?
His name is Sean?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's great.
The same spelling as you?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's just so cute. I can't wait to hug him and give him kisses.
He's a lovey man.
Oh, yeah. He's just so sweet.
Yeah, wow.
Hi, Sean.
Hi, Sean.
Hi, Sean.
So, Sean, do you want to take a stab at it?
Not at the moment.
Okay. All right. So to sum this up, that's basically all he's talking about. Is that
Great.
we're going to have to start thinking about those 5 questions
Mm-hmm.
in that micro bucket survey. Yeah, and we've all tried it. So the next question is this something that you're going to do?
It's something I'm already doing, to be honest.
Mm.
I mean, as far as the scarcity, I mean, if you're talking about the scarcity and kind of pulling back.
Well, not even just the scarcity, but to kind of first let people know who you are a little bit, then let them know why you're doing the online thing or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And kind of like a call to action.
Well, I agree with you on certain aspects. No matter how you do it, no matter how you structure or format it, to some people you're going to come off as bragging when you've accomplished more than they have. But I also agree there's a right way and there's a wrong way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I'm going to be very frank. I think the way Grant Cardone does it is the wrong way.
Oh,
When he gets up there, oh, I've had 17.5 million tweets and I'm the #1 Snapchat. I mean, that's literally to get up there. It's a dick measuring contest. That's what that is.
well, and an example of that, Sean, is funny you said, if you watch the video of Grant Cardone and Gary Vee in the room together, they're literally competing against each other the whole time.
Which I
How much are you worth? Well, how
Right.
much you worth? You only worth for this, or you only worth. It's a penis swinging competition. The whole freaking
That's typical male anyway. You're going to get that anyway. Which, on retrospect, I think the way Gary Vee shows himself is the correct way to do it. There's a way there. That's called being a wordsmith. I mean, if you get it, you're talking about copy. There's a way to kind of show. You know, what's understood doesn't need to be explained. Okay, you know, Apple. You can turn on any movie that's any movie pretty much in the past 5 years, and you can see someone on a computer. They're on an Apple.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you see that big Apple icon glowing right there in the scene. All right, but you don't necessarily say there's not someone jumping out, hey, buy an Apple computer.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of ways to show exactly what you're showing. That's called setting the frame in the video. There's a lot of ways to really kind of show, you know, it's like with the Grant Cardone. Oh, I've had, you know, #1 Snapchat user, you know, business profile. There's a way he could have showed that without saying it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the guy goes that much farther when the actual user experience, they come up with it. They realize it's their own idea.
Yeah.
It goes a lot farther than you actually saying, hey, I'm the #1 Snapchat user.
But you know, one thing I think both of them are doing right, though, for that person in their mind who's thinking like, this guy probably has $20 in his bank account. They have enough social media proof, and they built their resume up online where you see Grant Cardone getting in a private jet, making some real estate deals, talking on stage, you know, doing seminars at a car dealership. You see his journey, and that kind of those kind of things there, I think, help build his credibility.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, is
Which
he
actually Grant Cardone lost? I mean, Grant Cardone doesn't have any credibility in the automotive industry anymore.
No, not anymore. I agree with that. Yeah. I
what
definitely agree with that.
Why?
Yeah,
Because
why is that?
a lot of it, I mean, there's so much of Grant, and I could personally pick up the phone and call Katie right now. There's just so much of it's just smoke and mirrors.
Mm.
And it all comes into that building that culture, building that brand where people, you know, I mean, and it is what it is, but he just maybe he's evolved above that too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But that's okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
You're right.
He's doing that with real estate investing now.
Yeah, that's where all his monies came from. His money
Mhm.
doesn't come from Cardone University. His money doesn't come from,
Mhm.
you know what I mean? All that's just
Yeah.
extra stuff.
Yeah. You're right. I agree with
Which
that.
I'm actually a big fan of Greg Cardone. I know it doesn't sound like I am. I'm actually, but there's just a lot of stuff that he says that you should, don't do this. Who cares what they say? That if you didn't, okay, it's like Coca-Cola.
Hmm.
If you look at Coca-Cola's social media presence, you think they're doing something right because they have 7.8 million followers.
Hmm.
If you look at their page, they'll put a post up and they're lucky to get 30, 40 likes on one post out of 7.8 million followers.
Right.
There's a difference when you already have a brand advocate, a brand following on social media, than actually growing your brand following on social media.
I don't know. I have a lot of followers of Coca-Cola in my town. Let me tell you.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's
You know what I mean?
what I'm saying is that number doesn't necessarily, when you have such a blind, really kind of following demographic, you don't have to do a lot of things right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Already
you
there.
can totally done.
But,
And
you
that's
know,
the thing, though, Sean.
kind of an anomaly because like, I'm a big fan of Grant Cardone, but I would not want to have lunch with him.
Yeah.
Well,
You know,
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Chuck, you
He's
think
a
he's
completely different person.
better than you?
like I'm
He's actually a completely different person than how he is on camera and stuff. He's actually a lot more humble.
well that I would hope, but yeah, because like I don't like his
Better than you?
personality at all.
Mhm.
That's that. I mean, he comes. That's not even him.
Oh,
He
it
does
isn't.
that stuff on purpose.
Oh,
Oh yeah, that's definitely a
that
character.
doesn't appeal to me. But you know, I do. I have learned a lot from his books.
Yeah. But then that's the thing. You're not going to be everybody's cup of tea.
Yeah,
But it doesn't mean that.
yeah. I'm sure he's not missing my money, or whatever.
No, he's not.
His program, he's not missing that, because there's
Yeah.
plenty of people that are not
And that's that's a good example you use with Coca-Cola.
yeah,
Because I think the thing is, and that's like when you go to Facebook and you creating a brand awareness campaign. The whole meaning behind that is to get people to know you. Like if you mention your name in the room, like, hey, do you know Carl Thomas? Oh my gosh, yes, I know Carl Thomas. If you've accomplished that, you're winning.
mhm.
But when you say, hey, do you know Carl Thomas? Not really heard of him. You probably could be setting yourself up for failure because that person probably could use your services. So I think that's the part. You may not like everything about it, but I think the brand awareness and building their brand and getting known by people, I think that sometimes can work in their benefit and sometimes it could work against them too.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I don't know. But I think that's all I have, guys. I'm
Very
going to
nice.
go and write the script because I think this is a good piece right here.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So, all right. So what's tomorrow? Friday?
Friday.
Friday.
Hey, are you doing this 3 o'clock today? Or next Thursday?
No. That's
Or did you
today.
cancel?
That's today. I'm actually going to put my questions together now. So 3 o'clock, Dan Henry is available. And I'm going to send this assistant
Which
a link.
time zone?
Huh?
3 o'clock. Which time zone?
Oh, your time zone. 3
o'clock
Eastern.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Look
Is
forward
there
to
anyone here that can make it actually?
I'm coming.
I changed my
Okay.
appointment.
You changed what?
I changed my appointment. I'm gonna be here at 3.
Okay. Well,
Right.
actually, let me turn this off for a second.